Stepkid Radio with Matt McGill. Weekday mornings, 6 until 9 on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
You know what, Salim, you and I are lucky. Look, not only do we have Senator Roland Burris on with us, the only black U.S. Senator with us right here in the studio. Also on the live line with us, we have another very influential and impressive human being. Brother Russell Simmons is calling us on the live line. Russ, welcome to WVON. And look, you are a person that a lot of people look up to. Obviously, in the African-American community, your influence over not just young people in the hip-hop community, but your respect nationwide, man, from people from all walks of life is huge. Thanks for coming on the live line with us, man, talking about how important this election is today. You have been all about empowering people, pointing them in the right direction, prosperity, making money, being educated, intelligent. I mean, and that's real conversation, real talk. And so it's obvious that you're involved in politics. Are you seeing a lot of young brothers, man, listening to you and realizing how important it is to vote out here?
I'm feeling a little more enthusiasm. I was with the president on Saturday, and we had 10,000 people come out. We had a rally, and everybody came out, was enthusiastic. They realized a lot of good work has been done. I mean, it's been a short time, but I don't know if you remember, there was 800,000 jobs lost the month the president took office.
That's right.
And the last 9 months, we've had progress. Every month we've got more jobs. And so healthcare reform has been a big deal, right? That we got done. Financial reform, a lot of it's getting done. Prison reform, they've been locking up young brothers for little bits of drugs and keeping them in jail and sending them home criminals and destroying communities. That's being done, and some of it's done. The education reform is being done, and some of it's done. Equal rights for women. Come on, man. They finally get an equal pay for equal work. It's a law.
Right.
Gay rights is important to me, that we give everybody the rights we want for ourselves, and they're working on that. And even for me, as a progressive and a person who's, knows that Gandhi said, for instance, a society can be measured by the way it treats its animals. Some of the animal rights work that I care about is being done. The president has lived up to his promise. He's doing the best he can, considering that he doesn't have a full team in place. And now the team is threatened. And without teamwork, come on, man, teamwork makes the dream work. You can't do nothing if we lose this. We got to get out there and we got to support the president like we did, and we got to protect our future and our dreams. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Look, Russ, you are an educator in this respect, man. You were responsible for educating a lot of young brothers about the music industry, man, teaching them about owning their masters and creating ownership for themselves in that business. And it seems like brothers are obviously they're receptive to that, man. Are they seeing the same pathway to empowerment through politics and being involved in voting as well? Listen, your personal empowerment comes as a result of empowering others. You can't get nothing unless you give it away. You can't get no money unless you help somebody make money. Mm-hmm. This is real talk. You can't be an island. If you don't feel responsible for your brother, then you have no responsibility for yourself. As you love yourself, you realize you're connected, and your job is to go out there and be a servant. Right. A good giver is a great getter. So not voting, being disconnected, isolated. Isolation is sickness. Mm-hmm. So you got to get up, and feel connected. When you come out of the voting booth, you feel empowered. Absolutely. You don't vote, it's like you just making a statement that you're not connected, and you can't get no money and nothing else being separate.
And Russell, I'm here to say that if you don't vote, then you ought not to have any type of complaints. But those people who don't vote are generally the ones that's hollering about how things aren't working in their interest and how things are not coming their way, and they're sitting back waiting for somebody to give them something. Right. And it's amazing. I tell the story all the time. I won't get time to get to it about how the voter didn't turn out to vote and come looking for something. Oh yeah, always. Come on, man, stop it. We can't survive without it. Yes.
Yeah. Russell, do you think young cats in the hip hop community are getting that message? I mean, there's a brother here, for example, in Chicago, who has gotten that message. Rhymefest. He's deeply involved in politics. But do you think that hip-hop is delivering that message across the country?
We're delivering it. A lot of people, I know that Common hosted the president in Chicago, and I know that, there's a lot of people who are at work. I just left. I mean, I'm on my grind. I'm pushing everybody else to get on their hustle. It's very important. And it's like if there's some if the people are not as enthusiastic as they could have been, we still have, each individual has control of our own actions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the world's what you make it. If you vote, and if the president is a part of a team that bombs innocent people, kills hundreds of thousands of innocent people, or if we sit back and watch the poor get poorer, or if we don't give health care to people who are suffering, or we don't reform our education system, if all these things happen on our watch and we didn't vote, then we can't complain, nor will we ever empower ourselves if we sit by and allow things. All the evil things that happen because people sit around and watch it. I noticed that people are having so much rap that's so divisive. More than any time that I can remember in this country, we're going racing in the wrong direction regarding tolerance. It's racism, it's anti-Semitism, it's Islamophobia. All these things are growing. And over the years, every year we've been making progress towards post-racial and towards a place where religion doesn't matter.
But they want the country back, Russell.
It's real talk. It's going right now. I get the research. I'm the chairman of the Foundation for Ethnic Understanding. I get the research.
Stepkid Radio with Matt McGill. Weekday mornings, 6 until 9 on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Senator Roland Burris and Russell Simmons. Russell, tell us about the new show, man.
Well, I want to talk about voting, but I will tell you that I don't want nobody to watch it unless they vote.
I know that's right.
Criminal.
Go ahead, Russell.
Vote, and I don't even watch my show. But I will say that if you're a criminal and you get a pardon and you can watch the show. I just think it's so critical we get out and vote. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's to me.
It's absolutely.
We did all this work on prison reform and healthcare reform and financial reform. Equal rights for women. They're voting. They get paid the same as men now. It's legal. It's just so much work that has to still get done. We got more work to do on education reform. And we got to fix health care even more.
And if the Tea Party takes over, man, we can forget all of those.
It's going to be
all of that. And it's just so much divisive talk. We don't seem to like each other very much.
So what
I've been doing. I'm the chairman of the Foundation for Ethnic Understanding. I hear the divisive talk, and I see the results of it in the polling because we've always gotten research, and every single year we've gotten better.
Wow!
Every single year we've gotten better. This is the first year we were.
But Russell, this is Senator Burris.
regarding.
Russell, can you explain why the people would be beating up on the president when he has tried his best to put forth their agendas? You mentioned, some of our gay and lesbian friends because we haven't passed Don't Ask, Don't Tell, or some of our Hispanic friends because we haven't gotten immigration. Can we get a message to them that at least we're trying, and if they now don't turn out and vote and they're angry, then that's not going to help the situation at all.
That's for sure. The president has had a very difficult time with Congress and with the Senate. The Senate specifically, we had obviously a big problem. Now we're going to have a big problem with the Congress if we don't stand up. And if we don't stand up, all of our dreams go out the window.
Yeah.
You can be angry if you don't want you want change. We're losing 800,000 jobs a month.
Man.
Now every month we gain jobs.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of the things on our progressive agenda, and a lot of those things have angered the far right, and they've said some very divisive things.
Yeah.
It's been so hurtful and so backwards that we feel the results before the election, and it's angry and violent.
Yeah.
And people don't know history. Things change very quickly. When a society goes, I'm the chairman of the Foundation for Ethnic Understanding, and I get the research, and I know that for 10 years we've been moving towards this post-racial society we talk about, moving towards the kind of tolerance that we should have toward each other's religion, all this stuff, and then this year it's spun around the other way.
Yes.
And, poverty is a good breeding ground for hate, but also the rap on the right.
And they just got off the boat.
Yeah, they want their country back. Russ, thanks for coming on with us. Russell Simmons, I know you got to go, man.
But the one thing I say, in the scripture it says, and it's maybe a little funny when I say it, but it's true. It said you have control over your actions, but not their fruits. So you ain't got to watch the results after you vote. You can watch Running Russell Simmons at 10 o'clock on the network. You know what I'm saying? And all those subjects we talk about, the gay rights and animal rights, and obviously the violence in the hood, which is a concern of mine. Yes. All that stuff is on the show, but it's a lot of fun as well.
Very
so
good.
make sure you watch that and you know, let some tension go, all right?
Man,
all
look, next time you're in Chicago, you got to come to the studio and co-host with me for a couple hours, man. I think you got a lot of information that a lot of people need.
I'm calling before I come.
There you go, baby.
All right, don't front, stay on the radio, and then I call you, and you try to act like you don't know what you do.
Russell, if he does, you let me know. I'll take care of it. Okay?
All right, that's from a United States Senator, too, there. All right, Russell Simmons, everybody. All right, guys, get out there and vote, man. Send me one of them rush cards, too, man.
Stepkid Radio with Matt McGill. Weekday mornings, 6 until 9 on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.